All right, friends. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my haul on Black Friday from GameStop. Right here, I've got the receipt to prove that I went there. Um, anyway, I haven't gone to do a Black Friday shopping thing for probably around 10 years. And that has been for good reason. I have not felt over the course of the last 10 or 15 years like I'm out there getting a great deal, right? I think that I can get better deals, or most of us could probably find better deals online, right? I buy most of my things from Amazon, or I go direct to any type of boutique retailer or a production company, gaming developer, and I just buy my games or my electronics from them directly rather than out there in the you know, with everybody else competing for the minuscule things that you'll find on a good deal on the shelves. Now, granted, I will say that I'm sure there are good deals out there to be found, but I really don't want to go mix it up with everybody and compete for parking and do all these things. I'm kind of I don't want to say older. I want to say wiser about those kind of things. But anyway, I'm not. This isn't going to be a long video. I wanted to make a short video about my experience at GameStop and my Black Friday experience. I'd gone to pick up my son from his cousin's house, and I just thought, on a whim, let's go ahead and check out GameStop. There's one not too far away from where I live, and we dropped in and. We walked in and it wasn't too busy. There were a few people in there and looking around. But what I heard the clerk say to someone else, to another customer, is that they had a really busy experience about an hour before we showed up. And I think we showed up around 12:30 p.m. today. Anyway, I'm looking around and I go straight to the the pre-owned or used games section predominantly. And if you've been sort of like following my my experience and my physical media experience with gaming and things like that, I predominantly collect Xbox 360. It's one of my favorite platforms. And so I was talking to my son about this, and let me know if you agree, and let me know if any of these are on your favorites. But I do the most gaming on my NES. And sometimes I'll play a bit of Sega, a few Sega games here and there that I really enjoy. And then my other favorite model is the Xbox 360. I used to be a PS2 guy, but I kind of jumped to the Xbox 360, and I've enjoyed it over the last few years. And my modern gaming favorite is the Switch, and I just ended up picking up. I had the handheld light Switch, and I ended up picking up the OLED model not too long ago, and I've been having a blast playing that on my widescreen TV here in my studio. But anyway, so I walk in, I go straight to that section, and there's another dude there looking around for Xbox One cartridges or games. And we're chatting and whatnot, and I'm listening to everybody's conversations about what they're buying. But anyway, what I ended up picking up was a few games that I actually didn't have here in physical copy. And the first one I'll show you guys, I ended up picking up Hitman, and this is Hitman Absolution. And not only do I just love that cover, I've been wanting this game. It's been on my wish list for a little while, and just thought I would wait to pick it up. I wasn't in a hurry. I didn't want to jump on eBay or Mercari and pay for shipping and handling and all that. So it just happened to be the right time. I found it there, and it came with all of the stuff on the inside there, including the manual, which I look for when I buy games, and then also the digital serial number as well. But anyway, it looked in great condition. I checked the disc after they'd given to me, and I've got a little experience about the disc and what happened with the clerk and the conversation that I had. But anyway, so that's Hitman Absolution. This looks awesome. I can't wait to play it. I saw some gameplay on YouTube, and just loved it. And this was on my wish list. The other game I got was Dead Rising, the first one. And I was trying to find the other ones, and the gentleman I was speaking to there said he really loves the entire series. but I ended up picking this one. This is the only one they had, with the official Xbox 360 cover art and all that. It wasn't like the GameStop boxes, those really ugly ones that they have. And this one also came with the manual, and this was only $6.99. Now, I will say, on the receipt and on the special they were having for Black Friday was you get 2 pre-owned games, you get the third one free. So I was incentivized to buy another game, or to pick up another game, right? The last game I got was this game, Lost Planet. And this has been on my want list for a while, and I think there's another one. So I'm going to try to complete this series. But I watched the opening on this when I got it home. Hence, there's no disc in here, but it's in my Xbox 360, and it came with a manual. And I saw it, and I just had to have it for the price. It was like $4.99 or something. So I ended up picking it up. But this is a really interesting game. I think it's a hidden gem, to be honest with you. I have watched quite a bit of gameplay on this, and I'm just excited to play it myself. But I think in the grand scheme of things, for like first-person shooters, I think it's just the artwork, the scenes, and everything that I've watched so far have just been really wonderful, and I can't wait to play it myself. And I really think that this is going to be a series that I'm going to enjoy just from the beginning of my experience today. So I started playing the first 10 minutes of it, and was having a blast. And just the artwork and everything just really well put together. And who doesn't like shooting large arachnids and things like that? I mean, it makes me feel like I'm playing in Starship Troopers. And I think it's pretty awesome. So this is the third game I picked up. And honestly, I looked at their PlayStation section, because I've got a PS2 and I've got a PS3. And I wanted to pick up a few games, but they were overpriced. I'll be honest. I mean, I wasn't. I saw the war on Cybertron, the Transformers. It was like $50 on the PlayStation 3, and I found a few PS2 games, but they were all in like the $20 to $29 range. And I'm like, why? I can go on eBay, GameStop. I could go on eBay and pick these up in lots, or one at a time for less than half that price. So I don't know what was going on, but it definitely didn't feel like a Black Friday deal at the GameStop on those 2 platforms. I'm sure there were other deals I probably missed, having gone in the afternoon rather than early in the morning. But I just found that interesting. I also went to the Switch section. I've been accumulating a larger Switch collection. In fact, I just picked up Cyber Shadow, the deluxe edition, which I'm really pumped to play. It's like a Ninja Gaiden, Metroid, Castlevania style game. It's modern, but it's like done in 8-bit. And I picked up Nickelodeon, sort of like a Super Smash Brothers, but the Nickelodeon characters. And I also got Shinobi, which I'm really pumped about playing. I ended up picking up The Messenger, and I've been playing that as well. But I did go to the Switch section. My point is, I went to the Switch section, and everything was pretty expensive. Like, there was no joke. Like, you're paying retail price for many of these games, unless you're buying some sort of like one-off game that nobody else wants. You might get it for like $20 or something, but nothing really special there. I was looking for Doom Eternal. I really want to play that game. It looks awesome, and but I couldn't find it there, and I couldn't find a lot of like the newer hot games, obviously, at the GameStop. I felt like, when I went in, I got a little footage because I haven't been in a GameStop in a long time, and I'm sure not every GameStop's like this, but I felt like underwhelmed. It wasn't that impressive. There were a lot of toys and other things, and a few electronics here and there, plush toys and pops and things like that. It was just really kind of underwhelming as a gaming shop. There's another place here in San Diego where I live that I need to visit. and I've heard it's really, really good. It's a little larger than the GameStop, but also has a lot of retro games and games from when I was growing up, like the NES games and Sega games. So I'll check that out. But I was really underwhelmed at the GameStop. The other thing too is when I went and got these. So the way they do. I'm sure most of you that are, look, if you're a GameStop like regular and you're a member or whatever, I'm sure none of this is new to you. But I want to rant a little bit about my experiences. I don't really go there regularly. And I think if you're somebody who's dropping in every once in a while, let me be perfectly honest. I was ready to drop a couple $100 today on games. Okay. And I ended up only spending around $13 on these 3 games. And had it been a little bit more of a better experience, and I felt like, also the experience with the clerks was a little bit better, I may have spent a little bit more money there. And I'll explain that a little bit further. But here's what happens. So you go there, and these are on the shelf like this. They're all like put up like this, and you can only see the spine. And then there are some of these games, they're inside of the GameStop jewel cases that are they just say Xbox 360 and they're just blank on the front. There's no artwork. There might be there may or may not be the manual, but for me, as someone who loves physical media and all the artwork and all the stuff that comes along with it, I don't ever buy games that don't come with the artwork on it, unless it's something really tough to get, like, I don't know, some PS2 games are kind of tougher to find. There's a couple of FPS games that I really wanted to get, and they're not coming to my mind right now, but I got them just on disc because I got them way cheaper than spending the full cost with the jewel case. But that being said, I stay away from those, and so I ended up picking these up because they had all the artwork, the original artwork, and the inside, the internals, the manual, and all of the inserts. So I go to check out after I've been looking around for a little bit, and there's 2 clerks there, and the guy goes and gets my stuff, brings it out, and I'm just getting ready to pay, right? I'm talking to my son on one side, and I'm just letting this guy get the games and bring them out and ring me up. Anyway, what they try to do is they try to charge me. He just automatically adds a 99-cent fee to my to the register while he's tendering me on the register, and just says, hey, this is so you have insurance on all these games on the discs in case they're scratched or whatever. So I just said, hang on a second. Why would these discs be scratched? Wouldn't you put out a product on those shelves that I'm not going to have issues with, or otherwise am I buying scratch discs? And the thing is I can't check the discs until he actually puts them in the cases because they're in the back behind the counter. So I go, can I inspect the discs? And he goes, oh yeah, you can. So I look at the discs and they're perfectly fine. There's nothing, out of the ordinary with the discs that, they haven't been like destroyed or anything. So I'm like, no thanks. Just take the 99-cent fee off. I'd rather not give you $1 for no reason. And by the way, I'm only spending $13. Essentially, I'll worry about it if I'm not going to lose any sleep if one of these discs doesn't work. And so he's like, okay. And then the other thing is I ended up paying for it and not assuming that I'm getting this one here with the full artwork and all the manuals, or the manual and everything, and the inserts. I walk out and I'm halfway to the car and I'm talking to my son, and I just happen to scan these and I'm looking at them like this, and I find that this one, I didn't get this actual jewel case with the manual inside and everything, right? Which is, I picked it up for that reason. Turns out he had put it in a regular GameStop jewel case, right? And it had no manual in it. And so I ran back and I just said to my son, hey, hang on a second. I'm going to go back in and figure out why that happened. So I run in and I go, hey, I just hold it up. I hold the Xbox, the GameStop one up, and I go, bro, what happened? He's like, oh, I just took the secondary one we have inside the bin, and I gave that to you. I'm like, well, dude, if I bought this and I brought it up to the counter and it has a manual in it, I just said it right there in front of all the customers. I didn't try to embarrass him, but I just said, I didn't, you know, I wanted to say something about the 99-cent fee or whatever, but I just said, hey, if I'm buying this like this, I expect to receive it like this, is exactly what I said to him. I'm like, so you gave me one without the actual manual in it, and it's one of your generic boxes. I'm like, I'd like my other box. And he's like, oh, okay. And the other clerk picked it up and just kind of like frustratingly took the sticker off. That's why this one doesn't have the sticker and these two do here on the top, right? And it was like, whoa, I inconvenienced them that I actually wanted to buy the one with the actual, you know, cover art and the original Xbox 360 Jewel with the manual inside, right? So that kind of irked me. And I try to be very polite and nice and everything. And that irked me. And nonetheless, I just went in there and I just said, hey, that's not cool, bro. This is the one that I wanted. I should have gotten this, right? And he's like, oh, okay. Here's what I'll do. So the other clerk just ripped the sticker off and like I'm the one who's inconveniencing them. So anyway, that being said, my $13 spent, I felt like it was really good. It was well spent, right? I got a good deal here. Most of these on any auction site or whatever, or resellers selling these, typically I'm finding the Lost Planet sells for between 10 and 15 bucks plus shipping and handling. Same thing goes with Dead Rising, a little bit less. You can get it for $9 plus shipping, and the Hitman series pretty much 10 bucks plus shipping. So anyways, I think I saved myself overall probably 20 something dollars by buying these from GameStop. So I do appreciate that, and I appreciate the pricing that GameStop has, certainly. But I certainly didn't appreciate the way that they handled the checkout process. And I hope GameStop, you guys can do better. No knock on, you know, everybody could be going through a lot of different things, the clerks and whatnot. There's no, hate or anything. I just think that things can be done better, and GameStop should know that that's just, it's not cool, right? I find that I'm probably far less likely to patron that GameStop now in the future. Okay. Anyway, so I'm excited to play these. I'll let you know. I'll do a video on the Lost Planet. I can't wait to play it. And then talk to you about that and maybe do a little bit of gameplay or whatever. But let me know what you guys think. Have you played Lost Planet? If you have, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And Hitman Absolution, I'd love to hear about that. And this series is really interesting. I'd heard of it, but I don't know much about it at all. But if there are any tips you can give me about Dead Rising, if there's like Dead Rising 2's better or whatnot, and if it's worth getting, let me know in the comments. All right. Anyway, that's my Black Friday GameStop gaming venture experience. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay rad.